Kongan in 5, Sahu in 6, and Jali in lane 7. It's the women's 100 meters hurdles. Last look down the track from Kongan. Has to settle. Get away cleanly. It's not a bad start from Taylor. Maybe Taylor just about, but Duraji is trying to come back at her. We're going to get a fall there from Alves. She's had to check out, but Taylor is still going strong. It's going to be Taylor that takes this just ahead of Yumi Tanaka. Unofficial time of 12:90. Not a bad way to start the women's program here. It was a messy on the outside from Alves. She tried to keep it together and get herself back on track, but once you hit the hurdle and lose your balance, it's very hard to do that. And you're also trying to stay in your lane too. And Carissa Taylor came into this as the favourite, and she has taken the win here. Let's take a listen to one once more. It was a stronger start from Taylor. And I did mention just watch Tanaka on that outside there, and this is where it all went wrong for Alves. She actually did step into Tanaka's lane, so she wouldn't have been able to continue anyway, but still tried her best.
All the way through there from Taylor.
12:96, the official winning time, the only athlete to dip below 13 seconds. Well, just bring you up to date with what's happening out on the infield. I mean, watching the women's discus, we're going to go to shot put in just a moment, but it has been won by Andressa de Moraes. So we check in again with the shot. That is Tilak Bahadur. It might be actually Rai Bahadur Singh. Excuse me, from Nepal. There's the big man, Chokanatwechi. Not being particularly specific when you talk about a big man in shot put, is it? To be honest, lots of big men throwing heavy things.
5 feet 11 inches when you look at him and look at the likes of Kovacs or Krauser, 6 feet 5, 6 feet 6 inches.
I just saw just in the background. Sanyam Sanjay, his attempt throwing his arms up in the air, red flag you can see just being raised there. So I'm not sure we're going to see the conclusion of that women's discus. Is effectively one race ran separately, so it'll be the best overall time, the best that will win this competition. And I just go through their warm-ups and we'll head back to the shot put for now.
That's the young Indian there, Samardeep Singh Gill, 18.72 at the very first attempt. He's quite capable of doing much more. 20.40 is his personal best, which is also the season's best. He comes from Bhopal in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Finalist at the Commonwealth and the World University Games. He is stepping into the shoes of Tajinderpal Singh Toor. Just about a little over what he perhaps did, but no, that's a cross against his name. Should be disappointed.
Starts. We are running, that's to say, officials doing a terrific job so far in keeping things running like clockwork.
There was slated to be 7 of them in the original lineup, but I can see 1 and 2 vacant. Mogali Venkatraman of Andhra Pradesh was to run in lane number 2. We'll see lane number 3 is the boy from the Republic of South Africa, Molifi Molomi. He's a very focused person. 146.92 is the reigning South African champion. In 4 is the man who has been doing wonders. The man from the Indian Air Force. There he is to the left, Mohammad Afzal, a junior warrant officer, national record holder, 144.93. 5 and 6 are vacant again. That's Krishan there in the outside, a silver medalist at the Asian Championships in Bangkok. 145.88, a gold at the Federation Cup in Ranchi, as they all set now. They all make sure that this 800 meters, the timing would obviously want to get as better as earlier. The controlled positive split. The second lap is obviously going to be slightly slower than the first. They're sitting out now at the back straight. Afzal will now come in there. There are only 4 of them. From the outside, it's Krishan Kumar of the Indian Army, 2023 Asian Championship silver medalist. He takes the early lead. Afzal just behind there, breaking for the inside after the 100 meters at the far side now. He is controlling the race from the front, for sure. Is Krishan. It won't be far away before Mohammad Afzal starts breaking in there. And Richard, when you got only 4 of them, the pressure starts mounting, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether possibly Moglomi has just started to bide his time. In fact, there goes the Kumar is gone after the first lap. He was looking good. And instead, we're just down to 3 in race B.
So, in fact, it was Bappi Hansta who was making from Odisha. In fact, the Odisha's supporters out here were all looking for him. Mohammad Afzal is now falling back. Krishan now takes the lead. Out there, he's got the South African Molifi Mohili on his heels. Afzal seems to be not doing what he actually likes to do, sitting his shoulder, waiting perhaps for the final moment to come in there. It's all between the 2 of them. Afzal falling back now by a few meters. It seems to be that the South African, it is taking that lead. Krishan trying to catch up. Is he going to do that? So close, looks over his shoulder. But it is the South African, Richard.
Yeah, I just thought maybe he was biding his time there, Morifi Modlomi, the South African. It's a strange race, that one, because we were...
Looks slightly less than the first one.
So here we go. Here is the first of the 2 100-meter races. There is Amashi de Silva of Sri Lanka in lane 5. But Fatima Shafia Yamik in lane 6. We are just going back through here. So Shradani and Nanda, a 35-year-old from Odisha. And in lane 2 is Jairani Taru. So we've got an empty lane here in lane 3, it would seem. Liana Pama from the Philippines is not there. So she is not shown. Let's have a look at lane 6 as well. I think maybe lane 7. Lane 7 appears to be empty. That's Dana Hussain who's not here. And lane 8, Natira Gandhi is there. So we have, my count, 5 athletes in this race. So in lane 2 is Taru. 2 races, best time wins out of the 2. And they get away first time. It's a fairly even start. Look at Nanda streaking away, but they're coming back strongly and coming through into lane 6. It's Fatima Shafia Yannick, the Sri Lankan, who comes through in 11:70 unofficial time. We'll get that rounded up for an official time for you, and that will be the mark to beat. So our apologies, we weren't able to run through the full lineup for you and just get a real gauge as to who was there and who wasn't. But it's victory in the end for Yamik. 11:71 the official time in the end. Nanda, who made that great start, she flew out the blocks. But it was Yamik who came back strong. And Amashi de Silva completing the top 3, 11:92 finish time. But no marking round 1 either. So she's under a bit of pressure here. Is Singh. The second of the 2 100-meter races will, I guess, started in just over 10 minutes' time. Hoping for a strong lineup there. Going, or due to go, we would hope, is Crystal Amua, who is the favourite for the overall win in the women's 100 metres, the British athlete. He's recently been part of the European gold medal winning 4x100 metre relay team at the European Championships. She ran in round 1. Wasn't able to keep her place in the final. It's a stacked lineup. Great Britain had a wealth of options that comes here with a gold, having played her part in round 1. So we're just about ready to continue on with this long jump competition.
Burgoyne with a good first jump of 586, looking to improve on that one. Lakhs in inches, but stoutly built girl, has the power, needs a little bit of more speed in her approach run. Has a best of 642. Pretty consistent jumping, 586 and 579 for her first two attempts.
This is Rana Tkala of Sri Lanka. As we switch back to the javelin. I believe that was that Uma Chowdhury, who we just saw with her second attempt. So I'll do our best to try and keep you across exactly what's happening in terms of the overall standings. I'll tell you that in the javelin, leading the way at the moment is Dotolene Salia Lima, 56 meters 68, but only leading by 6 centimeters or so, ahead of Delhani Lakamgi, and Anurani sits in third place. Open up with a 55.39. Santi Sandayakie, just short of 50 meters. Very similar to her first effort, it would seem, 47.73 to start with. Watch out for those middle lanes though. So Mohim Al-Balushi, 10.22, his lifetime best 10.28 this season. We'll have due to have another Al-Balushi go in the next race. 5. Santul Kumar, 10.22, lifetime best. He's just outside of that this season. So a reminder, the best time from these two races will be crowned the winner. Lane 1 is empty. Lane 2 will be John of Australia. Viraratna of Sri Lanka goes in 3. Lane 4 is empty. Santul Kumar in 5. Al-Balushi in 6. Gaurav in 7. Lane 8 is empty. And it's Rana in lane 9. That is, well, obvious false start from Gaurav. If the gun went off, just struggling to hear what's the sound inside the crowd. I think they might have been told to stand up, actually. So much noise going on because of the long jump right in front of all the mainly school children out on the far side, and just getting a little bit overexcited. So these are one of those things, aren't they? This is a new high-level athletics event here. It's about it's also about learning the etiquette, and that's fine. It's just something you have to get used to, but to quieten down just when you need to get these sprints underway. I've seen a green card given to all of the athletes. Told to stand up, I think. So we're going to go again. So I'll remind you of the lanes once again. John goes in 2, Viraratna in 3, Santul Kumar in 5, Al-Balushi in 6, Gaurav in 7, and Rana in 9. Officials are conscious of that, so we'll call it faulty start or delayed start. Try and hold the competition, I'm sure, for the long jump and the javelin just for a few seconds. First of the 2 men's 100-meter races. This time they don't get away cleanly here. Who was you see? Do you see? Is it again? Gaurav? Very nervy. It's a big occasion, this. What were you seeing?
Well, I know he's got loads of experience. He's going to be booking his ticket to Japan for the Asian Games, but it happens to the best of them, doesn't it? I remember Tim Montgomery having that. The great Usain Bolt has had that once. But yes, twice.
Empty, and Prabin Rana will go in 9. This time they get away. No, they don't. They don't. Oh, this is taking Rana. So, this time they are away cleanly, and it's a good start on the outside from Santul Kumar. And here goes Viraratna. Viraratna leading the way, but Al-Balushi's trying to close him down. It'll be close on the line, but it will be Viraratna, who had no one either side of him. He just had to focus on himself. 10:23, the unofficial winning time. And that's the mark to beat. It's been made official with 10:27. And Al Belushi coming through for 10:33. And we were right there, flew out the blocks. I thought Al Belushi might be able to catch her at one point. Seto Kumar also started well, but faded fairly quickly. And it's Gaurav who gets the third place, but does he? And we'll find out very shortly when we get the official results, when they're all poured over. But from the original start list, we've got one disqualification. We may have another one through Pranav Gaurav. That argument will continue on.